What's up, guys? Yesterday I went to New York City and I met up with another agency owner, and he's in the dog trainer niche. And him and I, got into a really good conversation about environments. And I want to talk to you guys about a quick story about this conversation yesterday. And so it was over dinner. Now, yesterday, my friend said that his work environment at his home was basically causing him to decrease his productivity because of his parents or the people around him, right? Like completely normal, myself included. When I'm here at home on Long Island, I oftentimes can catch myself going back into my old identity. And that is exactly where you need to become self-aware, and you say, oh fuck, I'm falling into bad habits, whatever so be, and I need to stop this and cut this off immediately and keep going into the person I want to become. And so he was like, dude, I rented out an office space to get outside of my home. And so what I had done was I got an office. I basically got this room where there are no windows. It's just me and my computer. It's completely blank. And I rented it out for the month or however long I'm home. And he was like, Marco, what I felt and what I experienced was that my productivity actually went down when I was just locked away in this office. And he was like, if I was, in the south of France at a villa with 10 of my guy friends, and I would be so productive that I can't even describe the amount of productivity and inputs I would be doing to get to where I want to go. And so in this moment, yes, Alex Hormozi does define focus by the subtraction of alternatives, right? Or the subtraction of distractions or whatever it so be. Just one thing that you have to work on, and that's it. And so it is often the case that I too, and I'm sure you guys watching this have experienced this, where you feel so much more productive when you are in the right environments. When you are in a villa with your friends abroad in a different country, in Spain, in Mexico, in Colombia, where there is nothing to do but live a good life, work out, eat healthy, and that's it. Now your productivity will go through the roof. And this is true. And so when he was describing this and how he actually had less inputs for thinking it would amount to more productivity in that office space, but it didn't. And that's simply because of environments. Now, yes, painting a bigger picture here, you should not let your work define you. You should define your work. You should not let any environment or distraction keep you off guard and keep you from doing your work. You need to be strong-minded in that case. That's fair. But the question then becomes, how can I make it so it's just frictionless to work as many hours as possible? And that then goes into putting yourself into an environment with your friends abroad, or whether it's in the US and a city like New York City or Miami or Austin or wherever you want to be. And it's true. Man is a byproduct of their environment and vice versa. And I really think that the most important thing is environment for success, proximity, access. Now, people go to Miami, and Miami has this lore and this aura around it because when you go to Miami, you feel poor. In Brickell, you see SVJs and Lambos and whatever it so be, just, up and down the street, all day, all night long, and you're like, well, fuck, I need to make more money. And that's true. Proximity and access is everything. And so there have been other stories of other entrepreneurs like Jeremy Haynes. If you guys are watching me or listening to me talk about this video right now, you guys should know Jeremy Haynes. And Jeremy Haynes basically broke his lease for his skyrise apartment in Miami. It was like multi-five figures to break his lease and to move into a house because a pipe burst or something with the sewage and his apartment smelled like shit. And he was like saying, think about how less productive I'm going to be smelling shit in my apartment all day long when I'm not at the office. How much less money is he going to make by being in that state of, oh fuck, I want to change my apartment. Oh fuck, I smell shit all day. And so he spent multi-five figures or whatever it was, broke his lease, found a house, moved into a house immediately. Speed. Environments. That's what it comes down to. Productize yourself. And so if you catch yourself in an environment where you feel like you're going uphill just to simply work, then you need to change your environments. And that's why once you get to cruising altitude with your agency and you have consistent MRR and you know that you're okay and that your basic expenses are fine, hopping countries or changing environments is basically like a blank slate. It's a new start, and it's really cool because your dopamine and you get kind of high on life, and it doesn't slow down because it's like 2 weeks here, 2 weeks there, a month here, a month here. Like, it doesn't stop, and that's the really cool and exciting part about this life that most of us, or that I live. I live that life, and some of you guys watching, if you guys want to live that life, that's like the most exciting part to it. And so, yeah, I just want a quick 5.5, 6 minute video about talking to you guys about environment. It truly is everything, and I think the most important thing that you guys can take away from here is you have to productize yourself, and you need to unlock that version of yourself that can withstand working 10, 12, 14 hours a day. And the only way to do that is in the right environments. Now, yeah, sure, there are exceptions to it. You can, stay in your mom's basement, and that's fine. Like, that's not a problem if you don't have a problem working. One of my good friends, he's at 80K a month right now, and he barely traveled. He barely traveled. Left the country once. Left his own country once. And he made his environment work at home with his family. That's fine. But if you catch yourself feeling frustrated or upset or angry at your situation, then pull the trigger, even if that means spending an extra 2, 3, 4, 5K, because you're going to make that money back tenfold. So I hope this video was of value to you guys. I'll see you guys in the next.